The road to WrestleMania continues. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler at ringside. And King, it sounds like Raw will have a presence at No Way Out in less than 2 weeks.
And for the champion, there really might be no way out.
He'll be up against one of the most powerful superstars in WWE history. I don't much like his odds.
Yeah, and there's only one guy in the locker room who supports him. How long do you think that's going to last?
Tonight's main event could be one of the biggest matches in WWE history. What was that?
Wake up, Jess. Wake up.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
No. No.
The champion was supposed to have a tag team match tonight, but his partner, I don't even know where to begin.
I don't even want to think about what happened to his partner. I'm going to have nightmares about that for weeks.
And the opponent, from India, weighing in at 420 pounds, the Great Khali. From Death Valley, weighing in at 305 pounds, the Undertaker.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Raw, live from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm Jim Ross, here with Jerry the King Lawler.
It's always great coming home to Memphis, JR, and I personally guarantee my hometown fans the show of a lifetime.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, King. The Raw superstars are fired up. So let's get this show on the road.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all. One, two.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight.
Two. One.
You know, JR, everyone goes on and on about how great The Undertaker is, but I think he's overrated. It takes more than black lights and some dry ice to impress me.
How about a perfect record at WrestleMania, King? How about being a multiple-time WWE champion? Does that impress you?
Now, come on, JR. I'm not saying that the dead man doesn't have one. Oh, no! What are you doing?
My God! A choke slam all the way from hell!
There's the pin! He saw that one coming.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
This great Khali is a bona fide monster. I feel sorry for anyone who's got to get in the ring with him.
So do I. You get the feeling this freak of nature Khali isn't here just to win matches. He wants to end careers.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jump...
He's got some evil intentions here.
Oh, man. 10 feet in the air and all the way down again. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. I talked to these superstars backstage before the match. Wow, what a shot! He's been busted wide open. That's gonna need stitches for sure.
Stitches, hell! That might mean the end of this match. He's risking serious injury by continuing to compete.
There's no rewards without risk, JR. And these are WWE superstars. They're not going to stop the match just because of a little blood.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
One.
Is there any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man, The Undertaker? I don't think there is.
Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? There's no way The Undertaker's going to win this match. Just look at him.
Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone tonight why they call him the Phenom. Excellent counter. What? This could be a pinfall.
1, 2.
How do you approach a match with someone like the 7'3", 420-pound Great Khali?
Well, part of the problem is that there aren't any guys like him. All you can do is just keep moving and don't let him get his hands on you.
And I can only imagine that that's a lot easier said than done. Khali must take up at least a quarter of the ring as it is. Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick. Oh no, I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. I'll be honest with you, King. This is not... It looks like he's fixing to end this one.
Oh, man! What a choke slam! That'll do it, JR.
Oh, man, I think we're about to see a high-risk move here. You can't question the heart of any WWE superstar. But there comes a point where you're just not able to physically continue.
Is it just me, or does the dead man seem a little off tonight?
I don't know what match you're watching, King, but the dead man looks as good tonight as when he first appeared in the WWE.
I'm not sure if it's your eyes or your brain that shot JR, but that's ridiculous. The Undertaker should quit now, while he can still retire with some dignity.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. Uh-oh. I think we know where he's going with this, JR.
What a sickening choke slam. All the way to hell. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. Look at the fire in the eyes of the great Khali. He's here to deliver a slobber knocker.
Yeah? Well, that's not hard to do when you're a 7-foot monster. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact.
The word giant gets thrown around a lot, but the great Khali is the real deal.
He sure is. I can't even begin to imagine where they found a monster like the great Khali.
I don't know, but I wish I did, just so I could stay the heck away from there.
You and me both, partner. I got a case of the limber tail just sitting this close to him. These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't, and that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay out of the ring whenever possible.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough.
Oh, no. It looks like he's donned the proverbial crimson mask.
There's so much blood, the Red Cross ought to be sponsoring this one, JR.
I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish this match with a gusher like that. I thought these two were terrifying before, but seeing them this angry is something else entirely.
They're frustrated that they didn't get to completely dismantle the champ, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
I know that this is a tough business, but there are rules. You can't just end a superstar's career.
Tell that to these guys. Or better yet, tell that to Mr. McMahon.
No, thank you. I have no desire to make a target of myself.
That's the smartest thing you've said all night.